So what is a Bitcoin? A Bitcoin is like all other cryptocurrencies, which a currency is not a good way of describing what you're actually buying. You're buying a unit in a network in a system that has value as long as both people believe it has value, just like a paper currency um, or a transaction on a credit card. And what you're buying when you buy a Bitcoin or some other crypto unit, which is a better name than a currency. It's not a currency because it's not pegged to another actual currency. It's only pegged to other coins. It has no intrinsic value. I mean, you can't give it and say, here's a piece of gold and exchange it into another country. There's not a central bank that backs it. So it needs to overcome these things. Those things need to exist. That's what I mean by if you hear people overcome before, it would actually be considered something that resembles a currency. Um, what you're buying when you buy a coin, a unit of cryptocurrency, is you're buying into the network, that system, which means some people hold that, other people don't. Other people don't. They can exchange it for something else of perceived value, and mostly like Overstock.com or some other online company will accept it as currency for the goods and services that they provide. So if you're investing in cryptocurrency, what you want to look for is who's backing it, and who's innovating. And by innovating, when you hear that term, is are they adding more companies, goods and services that's going to accept that unit of value for their goods and services? Are there going to be more people that's going to want it? Are they going to buy into the network? Is the network going to expand? Are there going to be more people, more companies that accept that currency? Um, I don't think Bitcoin's it, by the way. I have a good feeling on which one of the cryptos that exists is going to be the de facto crypto currency. And I don't know if I should mention that here. I think I'm going to wait and hold off on that, actually mention it and why I believe it is. I haven't heard anybody else talk about why they believe it is, but there's too many out there. I think most of them are going to fail. What I mean by that, they don't have teams that are innovating. They don't have people that are actively seeking to get more people in the network fast enough or as fast as other currencies, and more people that's taking their goods and services on a global scale. Um, I've not heard about any companies or countries or individuals, for that matter, in say the whole continent of Africa that's using the kind of cryptocurrency. A lot of countries that where it is becoming popular, they're being outlawed. South Korea talked about it, and there was a big drop a few days ago. The only place I know where you can actually buy into them is Coinbase. There's no universal exchange. They charge a fee, and they try to get you in. All the crypto sites try to charge a fee, a flat fee, a percentage of whatever currency you're trying to buy. It's not pegged to real currency. You have to go through their site. It's not set up like a central bank. There's no central bank, and there's no. I have an idea where the first central bank for cryptocurrency will be, but I'm going to hold off on that as well. To peg it to other currencies, and I think it's going to end badly, as Warren Buffett and many others, Mark Cuban, other billionaires have stated. I think there will be a crash. There will be a correction. It won't go down to zero, but it's going to go very close because, especially Bitcoin, because, like I said, the team is not large enough. They're not innovating fast enough, which means they're not bringing enough people as fast as other cryptocurrencies into the network. They're not making it easier to exchange, and so that drives value. Right now, the only thing driving value on Bitcoin that I can tell is that it's pegged because it's first. It has first mover advantage. It's pegged to all the other cryptocurrencies. So I would recommend buying it. I've looked at a site called Coinbase, I think, which is the most popular. And usually what I do, I don't paper trade like people say to do. It doesn't get me emotionally and completely invested. I have to actually use real currency. Otherwise, it's just a complete waste of time. Um, so I've never paper traded, um, and that's how I feel like I would be doing if I bought uh, cryptocurrency. I mean, if you're going to buy it, use it right away. Get involved in the network. Try to grow it yourself. Um, buy a currency other than, well, buy a coin other than, because they're not currencies, a unit of value other than Bitcoin. Um, look and see who the backers are of it when it first comes out. Um, you need corporations, not individuals. I think for startups, which I think having billionaires, their names, and their networks that they have involved in the startup is much more valuable than individual billionaires that invest in a currency. So you're basically trading off of their fame and their name and not anything other than that of actual value, which is another reason why Silicon Valley's in a bubble. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. If you have any comments around this subject or you know any other videos you'd like me to make, please leave it in the comments below. As always, like, share, subscribe, and I hope you found this video helpful. And I like wealthy people. Hopefully, all of us will be wealthy one day. And I'm going to try to produce more